Well, welcome back, everybody. It is the second quarter-final out here on centre court, and it sees the #1 seed, Simon Roberts, against Ed Percival, the #8 seed. And Simon Roberts, well, he's the one we all want to watch, isn't he? He wins almost every tournament he enters. And, yeah, he's won 17 of his last 18 tournaments that he's entered, so he really is the main man in touch tennis at the moment.
It is ridiculous numbers, isn't it? I mean, that is just insane.
So in the last 12 months, he's played 35, won 34, and lost 1. That only defeat came in the semi-finals at Cirencester last year, when he lost 2-1 to Stu Searle. But other than that, he's won every other match he's played. It's just wide.
Well, I'm sure he can't sleep at night with that defeat in Cirencester.
Oh, I know.
It must be eating away at him, doesn't it? But he's done brilliantly. He's a wonderful player to watch, like you say, and he's a wonderful ambassador, really, for touch tennis. He's plays the game in the right spirit, and right away he's off to a very good start.
Well, quite rightly nicknamed the Machine. That's what he's known to everyone here as. And I don't think anyone can really dispute that, to be honest.
Yeah. Started on the tour in 2013. He's gone from strength to strength. And, well, is there anybody to beat him today? Percival standing in his way. That's the first hurdle in the latter stages here.
Yeah, he's a big racket sports fan, Ed Percival. He's actually a full-time tennis coach when he's not playing touch tennis. And he seems to think that he can get in the minds of his opponents. He says that often he can beat players mentally, even before the match starts. So I wonder if he's just been having a quiet word with Simon Roberts before this started. That
one just wide, trying to steer it down the line. Well, he's certainly intimidating with his shirt, isn't he? That is a bright colour. You won't lose him.
Oh, he made that?
I think it's wide.
15-30.
No, has he got it?
15, sorry.
No,
yeah,
30-15. Correction from Mr. Rashid in the chair umpire.
40-15.
Yeah, it's been a classy service game so far. Oh, what a shot that is.
It's just terrific, isn't it? Nothing you can do about it. And it's just the perfect start so far for Simon Roberts.
Absolutely flown out of the blocks. That's the thing about touch tennis. It's so quick, Adam. I mean, it just flies through, doesn't it?
As I say, Adam Hassan won his previous quarter-final in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did well there to react because it looked as though the ball from Roberts was going to go long. And a terrific backhand from Percival. That's what he needs to do.
30-15.
Try and disrupt Roberts. Needs to try and do something. He's made that.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? These lets have such a big part to play. Let's count.
I really like the rule.
Well, you said you wanted that in traditional tennis,
yeah,
didn't you?
I do. I think you can get lucky by having a net call during a rally. Why shouldn't you be able to do it during a serve? And Ed Percival found out the hard way about that.
Well, perhaps Roger Federer might win Wimbledon this summer on a let court if your rules are implemented.
Well, apparently Ed Percival lost his first ever official tour match to a net cord serve on a sudden death point as well. So talk about starting with the cruel way, but it hasn't put him off.
I love how quick in between games are, aren't they? Just fly through. They have barely sit down and have one sip of water, they're back up again.
Yeah, it's a really just great for spectators to come and watch. There's no sitting around for ages in between points. It's quick, it's fast, it's just what you want when you come out and watch sport. just long. He's not happy with the call.
I think it was long. If he sees that again, he'll be happy with the call.
Well, Roberts just stopped, didn't he? He obviously thought it was long. Yeah, it's terrific from Simon Roberts. He's just going from strength to strength here.
I just can't believe the angles he's able to generate. Absolutely spectacular.
Centre of the court he was there.
Yeah, and he gets it right into the corner. And again.
Yeah, the depth as well, not just the angles that he creates, but it's landing about an inch or so inside the baseline. Almost impossible to get back.
Keeps it alive, Roberts. And it is another game that goes the way of our number one seed.
Yeah, I quite like the play from Percival there. He really leant into the serve, advanced to the net, but even that, still Roberts comes out on top. So he leads 3-1, just a game away from taking this opening set.
15 love.
Did he miss there, Roberts?
I think he did, Adam. Collector's item.
It certainly is.
Everybody, remember that. My word. Tough volley, though.
And again, back to back. Errors from Roberts.
Better. Yeah,
very uncharacteristic game so far. Just what Percival needs, though. A nice, easy hold. That's what he gets. Yeah. Terrific backhand down the line. And he keeps it just to within one. It'll be Roberts trying to serve out this first set at 3-2. Well, Ed Percival certainly talks a good game. He said coming into this season, look out 2017. Steady Eddie will be no more. Quarterfinals is not for me. Finals and titles, I'm coming for you.
Well, I look forward to that. He's a wonderful character. You can see that on court. He really plays up to the crowd and keeps them entertained. He is a showman, and that's exactly what all sports need. And he's even got his opponent laughing, so that's a good start, isn't it? He's said he was going to get in the mind of Simon Roberts. He might just do that by making him laugh all the way to the finish line.
Out. That's wide. Just what Percival was after. To try and break the Roberts serve here, so he wins the first point. Gives him a good foundation to build on.
Love 30.
He's really improved his depth of shot, hasn't he, Adam? I mean, Percival is finding much closer to the baseline.
Well, we barely saw Roberts miss in the first 2 or 3 games, and the last couple have seen a huge number of errors coming from the number 1 seed. So love 30. Disappointed with that, won't he? No pressure on the forehand. At love 30, a big chance to have 4 break points, really, with the deciding point as well.
Chance still alive here, though.
Oh, it's just long. Terrific rally, though, from both players.
Well, it does say in the rules of touch tennis that grunting is recommended, and we're hearing that from Ed Percival. Very much playing by the rules.
Oh, well, there you see one of the
40-30.
serves clipping the top of the net. You've got to carry on. That's dreadful luck for Percival. At a key time as well in this first set. It gives Roberts set points, 40-30.
Can't be taken still. One remains. It is deciding point. So this deciding point takes on big significance. It's a set point, whilst also being a break point, of course.
Oh, it's an unbelievable rally. But as you probably imagine, it goes the way of Simon Roberts. But there's no doubt that Percival is hitting the ball with a huge amount of confidence at the moment. And I'm sure he'll be looking forward to this second set, but it's Roberts that takes the first 4-2. Hitting it better, isn't he, Ed Percival?
Absolutely. I mean, he's really come to the party as this first set has drawn on. The first couple of games was very routine for Simon Roberts, but Ed Percival, well, he put his shoulders up and said, I'm here to play. This quarter-final is not going to be as simple as you think, Simon Roberts, and Ed Percival really vastly improving, and well, it'll be interesting to see if he can keep up that level and really cause some problems in this second set.
Stay for one.
Yeah, it looks to me as though Roberts is targeting the backhand of Percival, a lot being aimed at the single-hander, but he's hitting it really nicely at the moment, Ed Percival.
Well, he says that backhand cross-court is his favourite shot, so I mean, if Simon Roberts has done his homework, he might not aim it just there.
A lot seems to be being aimed towards that backhand side. So, second set, Percival to kick things off.
Great serve, brilliant serve that. Plenty of pace, plenty of bounce. Rained it down like Milos Raonic.
15 all.
Just wide. Well, the longer this match goes on, it certainly won't affect Simon Roberts. His favourite surface is the clay, where he likes to grind his opponents down like a Chinese water torture session.
That is some way of putting it.
15-30.
He is that sort of player, though, Simon Roberts. He gets a vice-like grip on a match, and it's so hard to really get cheap points from him.
Yeah, and one more point here. He'll have a vice-like grip on the match.
30-40.
So 2 more break points to follow. 30-40.
Oh, what a rally. I can't believe that return from Simon Roberts. And that was a wonderful point. Great hands on show from both players.
Yeah, I think Percival knows that he's got to try and go for his shots, and obviously with that, it's going to bring a few errors as well. So the perfect start for the #1 seed. He leads by a set and a break in this quarter-final match.
Well, you have to go for your shots. If you can't go toe-to-toe with Simon Roberts in a baseline rally, it's just not going to happen. And Ed Percival, completely correct in going for these big shots.
Well, this is why it's going to be interesting if it's a Roberts-Hassan final, because they're fairly similar. They both are just like playing against a brick wall, basically. But something's got to give.
Now, I wouldn't make any dinner arrangements if that is the final. That could be a 3-hour marathon match if it does get there, because they will have the longest rallies we'll see today.
Well, it's been an awful service game so far. So 4 more break points for Percival to answer straight back.
Oh, that's nice.
15-40.
Yeah, just catching the line.
That was way in, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, easily
inside the tram line. Not quite sure what the fuss was about there. And
40.
2 saved, still 2 to go though. He's really finding his game though now, isn't he? So it's 3 consecutive points, and we go to the deciding point. I should just point out, with the deciding point, it is the receiver that gets to choose which side they want to receive from. So he's decided to go for the deuce side.
It's wide. How about that from Simon Roberts? Got himself in a pickle in that service game, but is able to come through. He's such a fighter. Back against the wall, no problem. I'll get out of this.
Must be so demoralising that for Percival. He must have thought, right, okay, I've got the break back here.
He's
And
like
all of a sudden, he is, yeah. So Roberts just a couple of games away now.
Love 30.
The loser of the quarter-final, they will pick up 150 points in terms of ranking points. They'll also go away with £40 in their pocket.
That's not bad for a Sunday's afternoon, is it?
Playing tennis.
Very nice. That's brilliant.
It's turning into a procession here, this second set. It's a hole to love, and all of a sudden Simon Roberts, the #1 seed, is just 1 game away from the semi-final.
It happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it, Adam? I mean, this is just phenomenal tennis now, because he is flying through this. He looks so at ease out on this court here in Portsmouth. It's been a wonderful event so far. It's a very well-run event here at the Mountbatten Leisure Centre. Wonderful facilities. Very good hosts.
It's a huge place, isn't it?
It's massive. I've got lost a couple of times, but just about found my way back.
Yeah, our trip to the cafe earlier was extended somewhat, wasn't it?
I got a coffee eventually.
Well, it looks as though Percival's going to have plenty of time for a coffee himself, because this game is rapidly getting away from him.
Well, he might have something stronger than a coffee tonight.
He may do. It may be needed after this. I think most people, when they face Simon Roberts, probably feel the same way.
15-30.
Really does put pressure on the serve, doesn't it? The fact you're only allowed 1.
Long.
Just wide, just long, sorry. Chair umpire confirms it.
A big, big backhand. And a raw to match as well from Ed Percival. He points to someone in the crowd. That's brilliant.
It's good to hear that. Clearly not giving up hope here. Couple of break points. Yeah, well done. So he battles on here, Ed Percival. It would have been very easy for him just to get his head down and think that this match is over, but he gets 1 break back, and he's still fighting in this second set.
Love the way Ed Percival plays. He's got a swagger out there on court. It's fairly rock and roll here for this tournament.
He's clearly got a big fan base, I think, just to his left-hand side as well. Yeah, he's made it.
Wow. Very close. Well, it might just be catching the line. That's what the call was, so that's the judgment.
40 love.
And this is a perfect response from Percival after getting the break. 40 love now. And all of a sudden you look up.
Game Percival.
And it's 3-2.
Yeah, it was good.
So what I called a procession earlier on, perhaps not.
Roberts
Percival
leads
still
3 games
cracking
to
jokes
second
in
set
between
and by 1
games.
set to love.
Well, he can smile at Percival because he's been able to fight back a couple of games in a row. Very good games indeed. And it's just given Simon Roberts something to think about. He's a wonderful thinker out there on court anyway. And tactically, he's very aware of where the match is going. And can he get over the line and book his place in the semi-final? Percival, he wants this one to keep on going. So it is Simon Roberts serving for a place in the semi-final.
Love 15.
It's wide. This could just begin to get very edgy for Simon Roberts. Perhaps just got a little complacent when it went 3 love, second set.
15 all.
Thought that he was just going to cruise over the line, and now all of a sudden is back against the wall.
Oh, fantastic inside-out forehand there from Roberts, right into the corner. He is closing in here. He sees the finish line. Can he get over it?
Yeah, it certainly looked long. Yeah, it was. Point has gone the way of Percival. So the winner of this one, by the way, will play the winner of the Ellis Saatchi quarter-final, which is currently taking place on one of the other courts. So, match points.
Deuce.
Well, one come and gone, and now a
Deciding point, receiver's choice.
match point and a break point.
Yeah, big point this, of course. And Ed Percival, can he restore parity in this second set? This match might have a long way to go just yet.
Decided to receive on the ad side this time. Chose the deuce side earlier on.
And it's finished off
Game, set, match,
in style.
Roberts.
Simon Roberts,
4-2, 4-2.
the #1 seed, into the semi-final. It all goes to plan for him.
Yeah, does what he does best, Simon Roberts. He did let Percival back into that second set somewhat, but you just sense that he would find a way to come through, which is exactly what he's done. So Roberts into the semi-final. And of course, you can watch all the semi-finals with us next, so don't go anywhere.
And he gave you a bit of a scare at the end there, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought when I was 3 love up, I thought I was going to win it like 4 love or 4-1. And then he started coming back, and then sudden death point. Could have been 3 all, so yeah, it pushed me close right at the end.
And he was mixing up a bit. How did you respond?
Yeah, I think he got me out of my game plan a little bit. I struggled against him. I've never played him before, so it's hard to work out how he plays, but he hits a good backhands and hits just well. Same on the forehand, so it's tough to play him.
And I have to say, you told us a little bit earlier you're famous for not practicing. You did seem to warm up towards the end. We really got to see a little bit more of you, didn't we?
Yeah, I think I find my feet after the first set. I start to open up and hit a bit harder and move a bit better, so I think that's the key.
So come the final, you'll be all over it, yeah?
Yeah, as long as I get there. If I get to the final, then yeah, hopefully my best tennis will come. So.
It was a great example, I thought, of the sport for people watching.
Yeah, I think it had 2 different styles. I'm kind of more like defensive player. He seems to be quite attacking. So I thought it's a good mixture, different techniques.
What can we expect from the next round?
Next round, I'm not sure who I'm playing next round, so I'm not sure. Probably more of the same, hopefully.
Does it make a difference to you who you're going to play, or do you just stick to your own game plan?
I stick to my game plan, but I might have to mix it up slightly depending on the opponent. So I might have to use different tactics for different styles of player. So we'll have to see who I'm playing next to work it out.
I didn't think it was possible, but you have actually broken a sweat there. So.
No, skin's leaking, so I'll have to go to the doctor after.
Good luck.
Thanks.